So, hello everyone. We are very excited to be here today, and thank you for the opportunity to share our work. So today we will talk about participatory GIS, uncovering hidden data for a social digital twin. Okay. So our research is a multidisciplinary applied collaboration that brings together urban design and human-computer interaction. So I'm Dr. Batel Yossef Ravid, an architect, urban researcher. My background is interdisciplinary planning, and during my doctoral thesis, I developed the concept of social digital twin, along with a new methodology for collecting civic data, and this is Hadas Chassidim. Thank you.
My research focus on...
Yeah, you need. Okay.
Okay. My research focus on software methodology and HCI, user-centered design, and developing context-aware digital tools to improve user experience.
So I'm a researcher at the Negev School of Architecture, and I'm affiliated with Noor. Probably we. Okay, I will do that. Yeah, I will take it. Okay, I will do that. So I'm also affiliated at Noor, Negev Urban Research, which is also part of the MIT City Science Network. We mentioned Merav, she's also here, and Ariel Neumann. So we are part of this new initiative. And Hadas, my colleague, she's from our college also as well, and she's from a software engineer department. And in this image, you can see our students, both Jewish and Arab, working together on urban models and taking part in shared discussion. This kind of collaboration is in the heart of our project. This is Beersheba, where we come from. So it's Beersheba, and the image is from 1955. Beersheba was a new city built in the middle of the desert. It was planned to be the main city of the south of Israel, of the desert. Today is a growing metropolitan center, but still faces many social and spatial challenges. And here in the middle, you can see our college. In the Negev, where we come from, there are both Jewish and Arab towns. Most of the Arab population are Bedouins communities. Today, about 55% of the Negev population are Arab, a significant part of the region. On this map, you can see the division. Blue mean Jewish settlements, and the green shows the Bedouin settlements, and you can see how we live together. And Beersheba is the big city in the middle, is the center of the Negev, connect both Jewish and Arab towns. And because our college is based in Beersheba, so many of our students came from nearby Bedouin communities. For example, in software engineering department, where Hadas come from, 37% of the students are Arab, mostly Bedouins. And this is something which is very important because we really worked with our students. That's why we also focus on topics that are important to them, like the development of the Bedouin settlements and improving their visibility. And before I arrived to this college, I did my Ph.D. in the Technion, and during my Ph.D. research, I developed the idea of a social digital twin. And today we saw many different kinds of topic and researchers that speak about what is urban digital twin. And usually urban digital twin focus on buildings or infrastructure. And in my research, I wanted to ask what happened when we put people at the center. So during my research, I developed a methodology with 6 phases, and we published this paper. You can see it. And it combined methods from technical conception and social theory. And And I see myself as part of the social turn of smart city, and Luca is here, and many researchers, your publication we based on. The goal of my research was to bring together the social and the physical aspect, and to find a new way to see our city. Here you can see all the stages, but in the third phase, and today we spoke a lot about it, we focus about data collection. And usually we collect data from different resources. Also, we speak today about it from government database, public institute, and online platform. But sometimes we don't have a data. So this is what is our research about. And especially in places like unrecognized Bedouin village, that those places are not fully mapped and they do not appear in official system. So the big question is, what can we do when we don't have the data? So we expand the data use of the social digital twin by using participatory GIS. And participatory GIS help to collect local knowledge directly from the community. And especially useful in places that we don't have official data. For example, this is from my previous research. We collect data about the elderly population, and we integrate it as part of the social digital twin. And in this research that I'm doing together with Hadas, we are, and the research is about the Negev, so we use participatory GIS to collect data on the unrecognized Bedouin village. And we work very closely with the residents who help us, who helped to map the important, they help us to map different places in the village. And you can see here is part of our, of the participatory planning. And now I invite us to continue.
So the Bedouins are traditionally semi-nomadic Arab group living mostly in the Negev desert. Today they number around 300,000 and are part of the Israel Arab minority. About 45% of them live in recognized villages and one city, and the other around 30% in unrecognized settlements. These unrecognized villages lack basic services such as electricity, water, schools, and proper roads, and also infrastructures, services like internet, etc. And also, by the way, electricity in part of the villages. The Bedouins are part of minority population in Israel. Their geographic growth is relatively high. We can see in this graph the comparison between the demographic trend of Jews and Bedouins in the coming decades. And what we can see here, based on the prediction, that the tipping point in 2043 marks a demographic shift. That means that Bedouins expected to become a majority population in the Negev. So this is very interesting and crucial to learn and explore this phenomena. And we can see here also an aerial photographies from 2005 to 2023 that we can see the growth in the land size of the unrecognized village. These images highlight the lack of representation of unrecognized Bedouin villages in official government platforms like GovMap, compared to civic mapping like NACAB NGO that mapped the unrecognized villages, and we can see the dots that represent the locations, but it is really a very general representation. We can't see the details. So this is also a way to see and compare between how the government website represent and the unrecognized villagers compared to other representation of NGOs. In this project, we asked how digital twin technology and participatory mapping can help improve visibility and access in unrecognized Bedouin villages. Our main goals were to collect local spatial knowledge, develop a PGIS tool, and support community engagement through mapping. In this project, 3 of our students, female students, were participated, and 1 of them also live in Al-Na'am. This is the unrecognized village that we are exploring, and they are really part of this study. So our methodology had 2 main phases. In the first phase, which is the current stage, we are still running it, we designed a map-based survey using ESRI survey 1 to 3. We worked with residents of Al-Na'am to collect local spatial knowledge and then analyze the results. This step was very important because in unrecognized villages, many places don't even have names and official maps. But in the real world, the residents use clear names and descriptions in their daily life. By using this local knowledge, we were able to give names and meaning to places that are usually invisible. In phase 2, we are going to develop a PGIS application, which is already started, and we have a very initial prototype to continue to collect the data and also to validate our methodology. Here on the screen, on the left, we collected demographic data, including age, gender, address, etc. And on the middle, we can see places that the participants were asked to mark on the map. And on the right, we can see the question that related to a verbal description of the route when they were asked to navigate from the main road to the village in a very emergent situation, how they guide the driver. So our survey responses gave us deep insight into the local knowledge of the residents. Participants shared detailed information about how they describe locations in the village, not using streets names or house numbers, but using local landmarks that sometimes are known only for them. Here I will show a comparison between the real life picture. Here we can see a white mountain. This is a term that they use. Compared to the map, they marked the white mountain on the map. And we can see how people describe the location in their own common language. And here is another example that the participant described a green caravan. And if we look at the picture, we see a really very basic green caravan. So also here, the green caravan is not a formal address, but it's a clear recognizable point of people in the village. Just like the White Mountain, it's part of the mental map residents use in their daily life. By collecting these kinds of references, we were building a new type of spatial data based on how people actually experience and describe their environment. I will skip this example because we are short in time. Before I conclude, I would like to share this diagram. It shows the tension between government policy and the interests of local residents in unrecognized Bedouin villages. The use of social digital twin as a community-based tool using the PGIS aims to bridge the data gap and give residents the ability to collaborate, contribute, and share their knowledge. This element appears on the middle, and we can see that it is located between the two parts, the government policy and the civic society. So in this project, we showed how the social digital twin and participatory GIS can help collect local knowledge especially in places that don't appear on the official maps. By working with local residents, we collected meaningful local knowledge and turned it into visible, usable spatial data, making the invisible visible. It's not just about the technology, it's also about listening to people and recognizing what they know. As we move forward, we are asking how tools like this can support planning that's more inclusive and based on the real life experiences. Thank you for your listening.